for it has been a while since I sat down in front of my camera. Hello there, if you're new here, my name is Ness and I like to talk about books. Today I'm going to be sitting down to open the first in the adult subscription book only for Fairyloot. I've had this maybe a week or two, I don't know, time is a blur. But work has consumed my life. If you have watched my videos before, you'll know that I work in refugee services and it is a busy time in the refugee world. So videos and specifically reading have been on the back burner, but I am taking a week off in 2 weeks. Yay! To actually pick up a book and read, and it's gonna be so nice. But I still did just want to come here in all of my tired glory just to film this because it is the first one and I wanted to give my honest reaction to it. It's a lot of money. I've never spent this much on a hardback book before. This subscription with VAT and delivery comes to about £24, and it's not much less than the YA box, which you get like a book and 4 or 5 items with. So I wasn't sure about the subscription. I was hoping this was going to replace the YA subscription for me, but we'll see when I open the box. I've seen snippets of this book, obviously, because I've had it for so long I couldn't avoid it. So I have seen parts of it, but I haven't seen it in all of its glory. I'm hoping that this is going to be like Fairyloot from like February and March, not like previous months Fairyloots where I thought the designs were just getting so samey. I've waited far too long, let's just get this open. I do love the box design, I do really like it. It looks like a really nice intricate tattoo and it's a lot different to their other boxes. It's actually like the inside of the other boxes, but I was disappointed that this couldn't fit through the letterbox because I'm now back to working from the office. So I don't know if we get an offer letter or not. I don't know what we get with this. We get this little card with the theme on it. It tells you a bit about the book, but this is kind of useless without any more information. And it seems like we're going straight into the book. So there was some comments made. Yeah, there's no offer letter. So there was some comments made when they announced their young adult book only subscription about how they weren't including an offer letter, and people were saying, well, if you're including an offer letter for the full YA box and you don't class this as an item, then you should include it with the book only subscription, and they changed it. So I kind of wasn't sure what they were going to do with the adult box. I'm disappointed there's no offer letter, if I'm honest. So I do like this edition. I like this a lot more than the Waterstones edition, which I did also buy, and when it came out I was like, actually that's really ugly, I don't like it. I like this edition a lot more. What I would say is though, I'm not a fan of this design on the side because that sword is wonky so bad. That if that was like a straight sword, that would look so much better, but because it's so wonky and off center, is it just my edition that's like that, or is everyone's editions like really off center and wonky? That just comes across as like a bad design idea. This makes me hate this book, if I'm honest. Why is it off center? Cute design on the front. My favourite thing about this edition is the end papers. It looks like this may have been done by the artist who did the original designs in the Atlas 6 self-published version. That looks like Libby to me. I think she's called Libby. Oh, now I'm looking at these art designs, I remember how really cool the characters are in this book. So I do like this edition for that. I just wish that that was not so annoying. I don't think this is signed. Okay, so it looks like there's a digital signature, which is like fair enough. The Waterstones edition was pen signed, which is why I got it, but I just hated that edition so much. This would have been like such a good edition. Like I would have loved this so much if this had just been done a lot better. I do like the artwork underneath. I think I'm going to keep this edition. I like the colours and it definitely matches the Atlas Paradox a lot. So the Atlas 6 is a book that I have actually read. I bought it when you could buy it self-published and I read it last year. And it's an adult book. It's part of a series. I don't know how many books is planned for the series, and it's like intelligent. This book reads like really academic. It's based around the idea of this exclusive society who was looking after the contents of the Library of Alexandria, but it doesn't really touch on that too much. It doesn't get hung up on that. It's more about like magical abilities, and the books that they have would help someone to learn more about their powers and could become a danger to society. But it's more so about the 6 main characters and how they are competing against each other for entry into this society. They all have different abilities, they all have different relationships with each other, they're from all over the world, and these characters are absolutely brilliant. Some of them are like really dark and they read really dark, and you don't know whether you like them or hate them. It's just a really intelligent book in my opinion. I really enjoyed reading it and I rated it 5 stars, but I can see that this might be a little bit like Marmite. Those that don't like such like heavy, slow-paced books might not enjoy this. To me, like, it's like a very serious version of the Umbrella Academy in a way, like that X-Men theme running through it a little bit. But I did enjoy the book and I would totally read it again. I think there was some editing in this edition now that has been picked up by a traditional publishing house. So it'll be interesting to see if it reads any different to the self-published version, which was fantastic. As far as Fairyloot's adult fantasy subscription goes, I am pleased that I am signed up to it and I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to bring out in the future. I love that they've continued on with their end papers. That is my absolute favourite thing. I'm not bothered about art underneath the dust jacket. I just like that every time I open a book, I see some beautiful art. If this edition hadn't had something like that, I think I would have felt like I'd spent far too much money just for a cover change and a crappy, really crappy stenciled edge. Had this book been pen signed, I would have been like, oh yeah, this book was totally worth it and I'm so pleased I got it. But I'm not like overwhelmed with this, maybe like a 5 out of 10. It's not going to make me want to drop my young adult subscription, that's for sure. I'm going to give this a few months to see what I think about it, see what the book choices are before making a decision about if I want to continue on with the subscription, because I do think that it's so expensive. And although I'm more of an adult reader than a YA reader, I do get more fun out of opening the young adult boxes and seeing what items I'm going to get, seeing if I'm going to be disappointed or if I find something really practically useful. I don't have that excitement after just opening a book, if I'm honest. So anyway, that's my thoughts. I'm going to go to sleep. Please let me know what you thought of this book and this subscription, if you have or haven't already got it. Are you on the wait list and are you looking forward to getting off the wait list, or have you actually got this book and regretted signing up to the subscription? Please let me know. It was a shame that we had the payment for book 2 taken before we even got this one, because I would have liked to have had this book before making a decision about whether I wanted to continue my subscription. Thank you for watching, thank you for being subscribed, and I will see you in my next video, which will only be in a few short weeks, and I'll have plenty of content because I've got that week off, and that's why I'm taking that week off, to make content and to read books, and I'm so looking forward to it. Bye guys!